5. The pine tops rocked before the evening breeze with the hoarse murmur of the wintry seas, and the tall stems were streaked with amber bright. I wandered through the wood in wild delight. Some startled bird, with fluttering wings and fleet, made snow of all the blossoms. At my feet, like silver crowns, the pale narcissi lay, and small birds sang on every twining spray. O waving trees, O forest liberty! Within your haunts at least a man is free, and half forgets the weary world of strife. The blood flows hotter, and a sense of life wakes in the quickening veins, while once again the woods are filled with gods we fancied slain. Long time I watched, and surely hoped to see some goat-foot Pan make merry minstrelsy amid the reeds, some startled dryad maid in girlish flight, or lurking in the glade, the soft brown limbs, the wanton treacherous face of woodland god, Queen Diane in the chase, white-limbed and terrible, with look of pride, and leash of boarhounds leaping at her side. Or Hylas mirrored in the perfect stream. O idle heart, O fond Hellenic dream, ere long with melancholy rise and swell the evening chimes, the convent's vesper bell struck on mine ears amid the amorous flowers. Alas, alas, these sweet and honeyed hours had whelmed my heart like some encroaching sea, and drowned all thoughts of black Gethsemane. 6. O lone Ravenna! Many a tale is told of thy great glories in the days of old. 2,000 years have passed since thou didst see Caesar ride forth to royal victory. Mighty thy name when Rome's lean eagles flew from Britain's isles to far Euphrates blue, and of the peoples thou wast noble queen, till in thy streets the Goth and Hun were seen. Discrowned by man, deserted by the sea, thou sleepest, rocked in lonely misery. No longer now upon thy swelling tide, pine forest like thy myriad galleys ride. For where the brass-beaked ships were wont to float, the weary shepherd pipes his mournful note, and the white sheep are free to come and go where Adria's purple waters used to flow. O fair, O sad, O queen uncomforted, in ruined loveliness thou liest dead, alone of all thy sisters. For at last Italia's royal warrior hath passed Rome's lordliest entrance, and hath worn his crown in the high temples of the eternal town. The Palatine hath welcomed back her king, and with his name the 7 mountains ring. And Naples hath outlived her dream of pain, and mocks her tyrant. Venice lives again, new risen from the waters, and the cry of light and truth, of love and liberty, is heard in lone lordly Genoa, and where the marble spires of Milan wound the air rings from the Alps to the Sicilian shore, and Dante's dream is now a dream no more. But thou, Ravenna, better loved than all, thy ruined palaces are but a pall that hides thy fallen greatness, and thy name burns like a gray and flickering candle flame beneath the noonday splendor of the sun of New Italia. For the night is done, the night of dark oppression, and the day hath dawned in passionate splendor. Far away the Austrian hounds are hunted from the land, beyond those ice-crowned citadels which stand girding the plain of royal Lombardy, from the far west unto the eastern sea. I know indeed that sons of thine have died in Lys's waters by the mountainside of Aspromonte, on Novara's plain, nor have thy children died for thee in vain, and yet methinks thou hast not drunk this wine from grapes new crushed of liberty divine. Thou hast not followed that immortal star which leads the people forth to deeds of war. Weary of life, Thou liest in silent sleep, as one who marks the lengthening shadows creep, careless of all the hurrying hours that run, mourning some day of glory, for the sun of freedom hath not shone to thee his face, and thou hast caught no flambeau in the race. Yet wake not from thy slumbers. Rest thee well amidst thy field of amber asphodel, thy lily-sprinkled meadows. Rest thee there to mock all human greatness. Who would dare to vent the paltry sorrows of his life before thy ruins, or to praise the strife of king's ambition, and the barren pride of warring nations? Were not thou the bride of the wild lord of Adria's stormy sea, the queen of double empires? And to thee were not the nations given as thy prey? And now thy gates lie open night and day. The grass grows green on every tower and hall. The ghastly fig hath cleft thy bastioned wall. And where thy mailed warriors stood at rest, the midnight owl hath made her secret nest. O fallen, fallen from thy high estate, O city trammelled in the toils of fate, doth not remain of all thy glorious days but a dull shield, a crown of withered bays. Yet who beneath this night of wars and fears from tranquil tower can watch the coming years? Who can foretell what joys the day shall bring, or why before the dawn the linnets sing? Thou, even thou, mayest wake, as wakes the rose to crimson splendor from its grave of snows, as the rich cornfields rise to red and gold from these brown lands, now stiff with winter's cold, as from the storm rack comes a perfect star. O much-loved city, I have wandered far from the wave-circled islands of my home, have seen the gloomy mystery of the dome rise slowly from the drear Campagna's way, clothed in the royal purple of the day. I, from the city of the violet crown, have watched the sun by Corinth's hill go down, and marked the myriad laughter of the sea from starlit hills of flower-starred Arcady. Yet back to thee returns my perfect love, as to its forest nest the evening dove. O poet city, one who scarce has seen some 20 summers cast their doublets green for autumn's livery, would seek in vain to wake his lyre to sing a louder strain, or tell thy days of glory. Poor indeed is the low murmur of the shepherd's reed, where the loud clarion's blast should shake the sky and flame across the heavens, and to try such lofty themes were folly. Yet I know that never felt my heart a nobler glow than when I woke the silence of thy street with clamorous trampling of my horse's feet, and saw the city which I now try to sing after long days of weary traveling. 7. Adieu, Ravenna. But a year ago I stood and watched the crimson sunset glow from the lone chapel on thy marshy plain. The sky was as a shield that caught the sun, the stain of blood and battle from the dying sun. And in the west the circling clouds had spun a royal robe which some great god might wear, while into ocean seas of purple air sank the gold galley of the Lord of Light. Yet here the gentle stillness of the night brings back the swelling tide of memory, and wakes again my passionate love for thee. Now is the spring of love, yet soon will come on meadow and tree the summer's lordly bloom, and soon the grass with brighter flowers will blow and send up lilies for some boy to mow. Then before long the summer's conqueror, rich autumn time, the season's usurer, will lend his hoarded gold to all the trees and see it scattered by the spendthrift breeze. And after that the winter cold and drear, so runs the perfect cycle of the year. And so from youth to manhood do we go, and fall to weary days and locks of snow, Love only knows no winter, never dies, nor cares for frowning storms or leaden skies. And mine for thee shall never pass away, though my weak lips may falter in my lay. Adieu. Adieu, yon silent evening star, the night's ambassador doth gleam afar, and bid the shepherd bring his flocks to fold. Perchance, before our inland seas of gold are garnered by the reapers into sheaves, perchance before I see the autumn leaves, I may behold the city and lay down low at thy feet the poet's laurel crown. Adieu, adieu, yon silver lamp, the moon, which turns our midnight into perfect noon, doth surely light thy towers, guarding well where Dante sleeps, where Byron loved to dwell.